Girl, why y'all didn't tell me about beaded wefts? Like, what? Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alexis. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, sis. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for more videos, okay? So for today, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I install these beaded wefts. Why didn't y'all tell me about this? I've been wearing tape-ins for like a year now and I have never tried the beaded wefts. But honestly, I think the beaded wefts are so much better and they're so much more easier to apply on your own instead of tape-ins. Let me show y'all how I did it, okay? You guys, so the first thing that I did when applying my beaded wefts is I went in and just prepped my hair and got all my sectioning out the way. I have my hair parted in two sections, one at the top and then one in the back. And with the section in the back, I'm just going in and creating like a horseshoe type of a pattern. And that's pretty much gonna be the hair that I use to cover the tracks in case I wanna put my hair up in a ponytail or anything like that. So once I've completed that, now it's time to go in with the beaded weft. It's basically just a track. So if you don't know what a beaded weft is, it's basically a regular track that has beads on it that you pull your hair through and you use pliers to clamp it down, and the silicone bead keeps your hair in place, and that's how the track stays. So what I'm doing here is I just like to put a clip right on the end. That way the track isn't hanging. I find that when doing it like this, it just gives me a little bit more security and I don't have to worry about holding everything in my hand at one time. So I went in and did the first section off camera because I really did not know what I was doing and I needed to get a feel for how this works, how do you install it, because it was my very first time installing it. So once I got the hang of it, now I can show you guys how I did it. You see those little clear little things sticking out of the beads? That is normally on each little weft, but it came out of this one. So I'm going in with the other tool that they sent me and I'm just pulling the hair through, and then I'm going to pull the tool, which is gonna pull the hair through the bead. Oh my God, that's a lot. I hope that makes sense. So once I have the hair pulled through the bead, I'm just gonna comb it out to make sure nothing is gonna pull or tug, and then I'm gonna take my pliers to secure it, and then this is what you are left with. This was such a simple and easy process. I was very impressed at how simple this process was. I have been asked to do this video so many times and I said no for months because I'm like, this just looks too time consuming. I think it's gonna be too much work. And I thought it was just gonna be a lot, but it was actually way more simpler than I thought. It was even more simple than doing tape-ins. So yeah, I actually love beaded wefts. I don't know why I just stuttered so hard, but I love beaded wefts. So at first I was gonna take all these clear things off because I didn't know what they were, but do not remove them. They make your life so much easier. You don't need any extra tools. I love it. So you see how I just did the same thing with this little clear tool without having to add anything extra? I'm telling you, try it out. Don't get rid of it. So again, I'm just gonna take my pliers and I'm just going to squeeze it, and that's gonna keep it in place, and it's gonna be like a braidless track basically. I loved it. There was no tension on my scalp. There was no problems. I could move my head and do all kind of stuff. I didn't feel no tugging or pulling. I love this method. So this was very repetitive. So I'm sorry I didn't really get a lot of footage of me showing you guys how I did it. It's kind of hard to do my hair for the first time when I'm doing a new style, record it, make sure I'm getting it right and doing all of that. It's a very time consuming process. But I will tell you guys, having a three-way mirror when you're doing your own hair makes all the difference. I will make sure that I have this link down below for you guys in case you want it. Also, the hair and everything that I'm using in this video will also be linked down below for you guys as well to check out. So one thing that I will say with this hair is it really did not hold a curl the way that I thought it was going to. I'm filming this voiceover the next day and my curls are completely gone. They were gone last night right after I filmed this video. So I don't know. I'm going to try and use a different straightener because I did use my Dyson and sometimes I feel like the Dyson doesn't hold a curl. So I'm going to try a different straightener, maybe my Paul Mitchell, and see how that goes. But anyways, yeah, you just want to make sure that you are pulling your hair through the loop and then through the bead, and then you are securing it. One thing that I do highly recommend when you are doing this style is I recommend making sure that where you're pulling the hair from is right on top of the bead, because if it's any further to the left or to the right, you're gonna have tension, it's gonna pull, it's gonna be bulky, and it's not going to lay flat. I had to go back so many times and like reopen up a weft and reopen up not a weft, but reopen up a bead because it did not lay flat. It did not lay the way that I wanted it to lay. So I'm just gonna do this going up the entire head on this back section, and then once I finish this section is when I'm gonna start connecting the back to the front. So after connecting all the pieces and putting everything together, once I got to the top, I needed to add a few more tracks. I added 2 tracks on each side that had like 3 wefts on it. So I just wanted to show you guys how that looks from the front as well. I just went in and just added a few little pieces. Now, the thing I will say is the front of my hair right here was a little bit more sensitive. Obviously, I'm assuming it's because it's around my edges. So I had to be a little bit more careful with making sure that it was secure and nothing was pulling and tugging, and that I was using the proper amount of hair. If you do not use the proper amount of hair with this hairstyle, you can really damage your hair and mess your hair up. But I think that this style is easy enough for anybody to really do. I mean, I highly recommend doing your research first, so that way you kind of know what you're doing before just going for it. Just watch a few videos on it. If you guys are attempting this on yourself and you have any questions or anything like that, comment down below and I will answer them for you guys. That way, when you do your own install, you can get the best result possible. But yeah, it turned out so great in the end. I absolutely loved it. I just went in and just added some pieces in the front for a little bit more fullness. So after I did all of that, this is the finished product. It turned out so great. I actually ended up reinstalling this entire thing and adding more bundles because I wanted it to be more full. So I added 3 bundles this time, but I did the exact same process and it turned out so freaking good. Like, this hair is so thick. Honestly, I think I prefer this over tape-ins and I absolutely love it. Curlsqueen did that with these beaded wefts. They turned out so good. I used 3 bundles, 3 full bundles, and it's just amazing. So let me show you guys how it looks in a ponytail and then we're gonna get to styling it. So right here, you guys can see that you can see the beads at the top, but it's weird because in person you cannot see them. I'll insert a clip right here, that way you guys can see that. But even wearing this in a ponytail just looks so flawless and natural. It's no tension on my hair. It's perfect. It gives me the opportunity to make it into any style that I want without it, you know, feeling hard or like feeling like my scalp is a little tender. I know that sometimes with tape-ins, my scalp kind of felt a little tender because I kind of put them a little too close to the scalp. But with this hairstyle, I didn't have that problem at all. So yeah, it looks so good in a bun. It came out perfectly and I absolutely loved it. So for styling, I'm just gonna go in with my razor and just add some face framing. I wanted this to be kind of like a middle part bust down, like jet black kind of a situation. That's the vibe that I was going for. So I didn't add any layers to the back or anything, which is weird because if you know me, if you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know that all I do is add layers to my hair, but I wanted to do something different and keep it simple for you guys. So I just went in and added some face framing and this is how it turned out. I loved it. I'm gonna straighten it. This hair was so easy to straighten. I just mixed my Cheese Silk Infusion with like a frizz-free serum. I forget which one it was. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in and straighten it. I used my, okay, so the first time I straightened this hair, y'all, I used my Dyson and it did not get straight at all. And I was so confused, but for some reason my Dyson does not get my hair like bone straight the way that I wanted to. So I went in with my Paul Mitchell straightener and it came out bomb. Like, it was so freaking good. Although the hair really didn't need to be straightened that much because it was already like naturally straight, but I absolutely loved it. It turned out perfectly. It just looks so good. It blends so good with my natural hair. The one thing I will say about my hair, okay, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but the one thing I will say about my natural hair color, it is a true, I can't talk, y'all, it's late. It's a true 1B color and it blends so perfectly. Anytime I receive bundles, I never have to worry about like the color not matching because it's always like a perfect match. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys finish watching me straighten my hair. You see the difference? The difference is crazy. I'm gonna let you guys finish watching me straighten my hair and then I'll come back with the finished product and show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know, have you tried beaded wefts? Do you want to try them? Comment down below and let me know. Also, shout out to Curlsqueen for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye. If you got it, it ain't a question. Oh, it ain't no room for guessing. No more than emotionally invested. Showing you all my imperfections. Oh, if I let you, don't take me for granted. Yeah.